there is a unique selling point for every big product available in the market. The moment that USP is distorted or changes shape, products come crashing down. For instance, no one across the world is eager to see Virat Kohli not scoring. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Piyush, and if you are watching us on Facebook, give our page a like, and if you are watching us on YouTube, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Coming back to the story in this video, I am here to tell you why UPI may end up losing its charm if it's not approached correctly. RBI has put forth a proposal asking stakeholders about their opinions on charging money for UPI transactions. In its proposal titled Discussion Paper on Charges in Payment System, RBI has expressed its will to streamline the framework of charges for different payment services activities in India. Not only UPI, but even IMPS, NEFT, RTGS, and payment instruments, including debit cards, credit cards, and prepaid payment instruments, are also under the radar of structural changes. One of RBI's justification for the proposal to charge includes the fact that UPI is used in both funds transfer as well as merchant payment systems. Pitching for tier-based charges on transactions, RBI stated, UPI as a funds transfer system is like IMPS. Therefore, it could be argued that the charges in UPI need to be similar to charges in IMPS for fund transfer transactions. A tiered charge could be imposed based on the different amount bands. The proposal to charge UPI transactions has been brought forward mainly to protect the interests of banks and other stakeholders. Players of the payment industry have hailed it as a positive move. According to stakeholders taken on board by the media, they believe that a no-charge model is not sustainable in the long run. Experts have also suggested that charges on UPI transactions should be introduced in a phased manner. It is true that establishing UPI infrastructure involves a heavy investment from the government, banks, merchants, among others. However, at the same time, this is also a fact that most people in India won't be able to afford the cost incurred on UPI transactions. A brief glossary on statistics involving UPI transactions is good enough to conclude that. In its recent report, HDFC Securities revealed that UPI has become a preferred mode of transfer for people in the low-income segment. According to its analysis, 75% of UPI transactions were initiated to transfer money below Rs 500. It won't be a far-fetched idea to state that most of these transactions must have been done for buying low-priced products from small businesses. In its report, Worldline SA, a French multinational payment company, found out that in the first quarter of 2022, 64% of UPI transactions involved person-to-merchant transfer. The prevalence of low-income individuals in the payment system can be gauged from the fact that in spite of comprising 64% in volume terms, their total turnover was only 50% of total payments. The Modi government mandating zero charge on UPI payments in 2020 played a major role in flourishing of UPI transactions, but the freeing of transactions had an adverse impact on banks. According to a report by Business Standard, banks spend Rs 2 for a person-to-merchant transactions for Rs 800. Given their share in the total transaction, this cost gets huge. It is not that solutions to the problem do not exist. In 2020, IIT Bombay had suggested that the government and RBI should start sharing the burden of costs taken by banks to maintain UPI infrastructure. Other proposals like limiting person-to-person transactions have also been suggested in the past. The Modi government did listen a bit to stakeholders, and in December last year, it stated that to promote UPI, it would be investing Rs 1300 crores. If any person transfers money up to Rs 2000 to a merchant account, then the government incurs all the charges for the transactions. Though the scheme is only a pilot project, and depending on its success, it may not be brought again after financial year 2022-23. Even Rs 1300 crore was touted as inadequate by experts, but the solution which RBI is trying to find is not viable. Customers won't pay for transacting money. Most of Indians will return to cash transactions when they will be charged for online transfers. They can't help it. Every penny is hard earned and they don't want to lose it. Government needs to step up and use its revenues from low-cost oil purchase and 5G auctions to augment the payment infrastructure, particularly the UPI. It's going global and it won't be a good optic if Indians themselves start leaving the platform.